Boom. Hey, internets. There you go. Okay. Shooting in my apartment right now because I gotta get these in no time at the office. Anyways, in any case, Franchise Junior 15 had a pretty good question that I want to bring to the community. He or she is asking, can you tell me the best way to learn about cut and sew? What is the best way to start? I literally have no idea about the process or even designing for the process. Where's a good place to begin? First of all, French's Junior 15, thank you for the question. This is a good one for art students, people who want to learn about cut and sew, and people who, depends. I got a couple people who are professionals that want to jump off their clothing line and spin their live stream. So this is a good one for almost everybody across the board, and less to do about graphic design. So let me start with this. A million years ago when I started in about the late 90s, I thought once I met an actual apparel designer that I was gonna be, I thought it was gonna be way more Project Runway-ish. Okay, so I thought I was gonna be behind a sewing machine and working with a form and just sketching things out and then making them. Was not the case. I basically turned into a graphic designer. I learned Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, and then I ended up, falling in love with graphic design that way. Sort of a roundabout way of learning how to do graphics, fonts, theory, art theory, color symmetry and balance, thirds. I mean, all kinds of things. Every kind of design process that's more graphic design based. So after my first year working, I worked for a small skate company in 2000, and that was my first job as a apparel designer. Shout out to the Dungeon Crew, by the way. Only they will know what that means. But after that experience, I wanted to really work with my hands. So I broke open my mom's old sewing machine, which was broken and in our garage. I just popped it open. I popped open the motor, just kind of figured out how to fix it. And I had no training with sewing at all, but I literally was kind of sick of doing everything from the computer. So I had sketchbooks. I probably still have them somewhere. I gotta find them and show them to you guys. It's cool and it's hilarious. Like, I really wish I had more time to draw, because some of you might know this, probably not most of you, but I started after high school thinking I was going to become an animator. So I actually did a lot of drawing. That's when I knew I had my artistic ability. And so when apparel came into the picture, I would fill these notebooks with all kinds of sketches of apparel and clothing. Now everything goes straight to the computer. It's 10 times faster for me. It's efficient. If I'm doing, I was literally working on an SMU program yesterday. So everything from knits to board shorts to, wovens, I was just going boom, boom, boom really fast. So in any case, long story. Here's what I'm saying. Broke open the sewing machine, fixed it, and just started sewing. So what I suggest you do is try to get your hands on a sewing machine and just put yourself on projects. So that's what I did. You could find a lot of them online, I think. Honestly, what I did, because I didn't want to go to like Joann's or whatever fashion and sewing store is close to you, I just started making stuff. So I would grab like a satchel bag, one of those gym bags that you might put on really quick to work out in. I'd grab one of those and I'd kind of turn it inside out, and I'd figure, oh, I think I can make this. So, I'd cut up some fabric and put some prototypes together, and it was really fun to just kind of make it. And then moving on, I would actually buy patterns, very cheap. They're very cheap. You can buy them online now. I think you could download them as PDFs, but you can get patterns at Walmart and fabric at Walmart, notions at, every Walmart will have some sort of a sewing and homemaking section where you can buy a cool pattern, find something you like, and put yourself on another project. So do one project after the other with the sewing machine, and it'll really help you understand the mechanics of how a dart works or how seams lay. Also, once you get into it and you start thinking about stitches and where that's appropriate to use, how a bar tack is actually made, and then start learning about other things like how buttons are set and rivets on jeans and that sort of thing. So in terms of how a garment is produced. It's really handy for that, to do that, because a lot of people kind of skip that step. And even in my YouTubes, I'll talk about design and more graphic design and production and that sort of thing. But it's a really good thing to do, to just grab a sewing machine and start flowing on a couple of projects. So I suggest you do that. Now, moving forward from that, also, you want to get a good grasp of graphic design and design. Even if you're not going to design, it's important to at least kind of know how that stuff is made. But a balance of two would be great, so that you would kind of know what you're talking about a little bit more when you actually get to the part of product creation. Put those two words together. Product creation. Hope that helps. People are going to ask me recommendations of sewing machines, so I'll make a couple other videos along the lines of this, or you guys tell me what you have questions of, and it doesn't have to be related to this and sewing, of course. I read all the comments here. That's how I figure out what videos I'm going to do next. So if you have questions, comments, anything, drop it all down below. Suggestions of other videos as well. Like this video right now. Do it. Like it. Share it with you when you can, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want me to help you on the journey to creating your brand, or whatever your journey is going to be in fashion, I'd like to come and help you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.